There I am. Took a bit. Is he gonna...
I thought I told you never to play that song again. Oh, sorry, Mr. Luton. It's just I wasn't expecting you to call by tonight, and... You weren't expecting me? It's only been 8 years, Samael. I guess my memory ain't what it used to be. I don't know why Samael put up with my temper. He could have broken every bone in my body if he'd wanted to. But that's what made him special, I guess. That he'd take almost any kind of abuse from the clientele, and he'd still be there at the piano, playing better than anyone else in Ankh-Morpork.
I know I didn't click on anything. I just waited to see what would happen. I was stuck with this here because, like, okay, it's a red pot, right? And there's a plant in it, but the plant doesn't actually go in the pot. It's behind the pot. Yeah, that's what I was stuck on. And then all of a sudden I saw him, like, storming in. Alright, the pianist, Samael's voice actor's not great.
The pianist, Samael, was one of Cafe Ankh's greatest assets. Not only was he a first-rate musician, but there was something about him that made you think it'd be a bad idea to start any trouble.
Is it because he looks like a vampire?
I decided not to disturb Samael while he was working.
Alright, fair enough. Nobby. I thought that said nobody at first.
Hello, Nobby.
Hello, Luton.
Oh, is he from the Night Watch?
I've been worse. Of course, I've been better, too. And I've been a hell of a lot better, and... not
No, he's from the cops.
That's good, isn't it?
Don't worry. If Commander Vimes sees us together, I'll tell him I made you talk to me.
It's not that I don't like you, Luton. I mean, we was friends and all. But it's just... well...
It's just he'd bite your head off if he saw you talking to me.
He'd go spare.
Nobby.
How you been keeping, Nobby? How's the rest of the watch?
Not so bad.
Oh, this is Night Watch.
Been keeping myself busy. Been working with Sergeant Colon.
How is old Fatty Colon?
Still fat. I'll tell him I saw you.
No, you won't.
Okay, so maybe I won't. I was just being trite.
Polite.
Yeah, that's the one.
The old days.
I guess I never really understood why it was that you didn't get kicked out as well, Nobby.
Me? I ain't never done nothing wrong.
Don't give me that, Nobby. When you were serving as quartermaster under the Duke of Pseudopolis, it was widely known that several items from the stores were found in your kit.
That was all above board. I had all the paperwork for him.
Your kit at the time consisted of 2 warehouses. I just think Vimes had a grudge against me.
Luton, I know you're my friend and all, but you took a bribe.
Are you trying to tell me you never took a bribe?
Never.
The ham from Harga's House of Ribs?
Evidence.
The pocket clock from the Suicide in the Shades?
I wanted something to remember him by.
The money in the petty cash box?
Mislaid by someone.
Misappropriated by you.
I never misanthropated anything.
I just want to understand why it was that you could get away with all your petty theft, and I couldn't get away with one act of weakness.
Well, you see,
Just say it, Nobby. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
well, I reckon Mr. Vimes thinks that a bit of petty theft ain't something to get excited about. I ain't admitting anything, mark you. Nothing's ever been proved. Compared to some of the stuff that goes on in this city. But someone who's taken a bribe, well, that's like allowing the rich to avoid justice.
That wasn't why I did it.
I know. But you know Vimes.
Yeah, I know Vimes all right.
Okay, who's Vimes?
What's Vimes up to these days?
He got married.
Married? He was only ever married to his job.
Nah, straight up. He married into nobility.
Old Stoneface in the nobility. That'd drive him crazy.
Well, he's sort of nobility himself now.
What?
They made him commander of the watch. And we got a great new premises down on Pseudopolis Yard. They're full of paintings and vases and all sorts.
Full?
Well, maybe not as full as when we moved in, but pretty full.
I'll have to call round sometime.
Yeah, that'd be good. We got a lot more members in the watch these days. And we got a new dartboard.
Life in the fast lane, huh? Do you seriously think it's a good idea for me to call around? I mean, Vimes isn't gonna like it.
Whatever you may think about him, he's loyal to his job. I can't say he'll welcome you with open arms, but he won't stop you.
Jeez, that's a lot of dialogue. Alright, let's go.
Have you heard of the Milka? It arrived in town a short time ago.
How long ago?
3 days.
That's strange.
Why?
Well, there's been a string of odd murders in the last 3 days.
What do you mean, odd? I mean, this is Ankh-Morpork we're talking about.
I'm not sure I should discuss the details with the pavilion.
A civilian, Nobby. How much have you had to drink?
I'm as sober as the day I was born.
Ah, that's a frightening thought.
About the murders, I guess? Wait, a new location just from that?
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
Can't this wait till I get back to the yard? I'm off duty.
Jeez Louise.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
I'm not getting drawn into anything while I'm off duty. Wait till I'm back at the yard.
Okay, so nothing to know.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I'm not getting drawn into anything while I'm off duty. Wait till I'm back at the yard.
Alright. See you later, alligator.
I'll catch you later, Nobby. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, don't get caught doing anything I wouldn't do.
Captain Jenkins is back there.
Are you Captain Jenkins?
That depends on who's asking.
Don't play games. I'm just after a few answers.
That song really put you in a bad mood, didn't it?
If you're trying to
Wait,
get
look
me
how the
angry,
lamp is behind.
it's working.
No need to get upset.
It's like this is background and they're in there to chair and me on top.
And think less.
If I drank any more than I do now, I'd never think again.
That's the ticket.
Alright, Jenkins, you and me.
So, you're the captain of the Milka.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
ordinarily I'd be happy being a captain of a fine ship like the Milka. But after this last voyage, I'm thinking of taking up farming.
tough journey.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, but we will because I'm about to
What was
ask.
so bad about the last voyage?
I told you I don't want to talk about
I'm gonna
it.
have to get him drunk.
Sometimes it helps to talk about these things.
Why would I want to talk about it?
All right, let's put that another way. I want to talk about it, and the sooner I finish talking to you, the sooner you can get
Say
back to
talking one more
By that
time.
logic, my best bet would be to just ignore you and carry on drinking.
I was never much good at logic. I did home economics at school. I was hoping you'd let me have a look around on the Milka.
I was hoping that I was going to make enough money to be able to buy myself a harem of exotic dancers called Chantel. But it looks like we're both going to be disappointed.
Damn it. Alright.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Ah.
What do you know about a dwarf named Al-Khali?
There's no one I know.
On your last voyage, there were 3 passengers, right? Mundy and 2 others.
You tell me. You seem to know more about my ship than I do.
I just want to know what you can remember about them.
I remember that we picked them up in Ecclepon, and I know they had a lot of cargo. Oh, and one was a woman, and one was a man.
Oh,
I think.
that's more
Think he
information.
was a man?
There was something particularly foreign about him. I'm not sure what.
Where's Ecclepon?
Up near the hub. God's forsaken place. All there is to do there is drink and eat fish sandwiches with no tops on.
Sounds like a long way from the Circle C.
We got lost, all right. It's easy to mix up port and starboard when you've drunk too much port.
Are they still on board?
Nope, we dropped them in Ankh-Morpork. And before you ask, I have no idea what they were doing here. That's not my business.
I was beginning to realize that Captain Jenkins only had 2 questions to ask his passengers. Where are you going? And how much money have you got?
Easy. Lemon squeezy.
Do you know anything about the recent murders in Ankh-Morpork?
I know that there are always murders in Ankh-Morpork. See Ankh-Morpork and die, they say. Often in the same day.
That's not a very helpful answer.
It wasn't a very sensible question.
Alright, Mr. Googly Boogly. I'm
I'll
out here.
see you around, Captain.
The pianists, Samael. Okay, I think we can leave. The Pseudopolis Yard? That's the, right, that's the location we discovered.
I
That's
headed over to Pseudopolis Yard, but Nobby wasn't there yet. I decided to come back later.
Oh no, it's not time for my appointment yet. We're not stuck, we're not stuck. We're not stuck, we're not stuck. We're not stuck yet. We're gonna go, we've got the crowbar. We've got the crowbar, which means we could technically run.
There was no use trying to talk to the golem. It
Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
I decided not to try.
So do you think when I leave, he comes back out and grabs the barrel again? Or is he just wildly crazy? I got the crowbar. But what good's the crowbar? Oh, Nobby's gone at least, so... let's try it out. Yeah, there we go. It was just not Nobby's time yet. Cutscene. That texture. Pseudopolis Yard, sure enough. That's the place. Oh, there I am. Depressed and wet. Nobby again. Nobby again.
Hello again, Nobby.
Hello, Luton.
Did I disturb you?
No, no. What made you think that?
Well, there appears to be smoke coming from your ear.
Oh, that, well, I've been working hard, you see.
Working so hard that your ears have caught fire. Don't worry about it, Nobby. It's not like I'm going to report you.
I have been working, see?
Oh, sure. I never doubted it for a second.
Wait, but why would his ear be on fire? Also, why does he go to work after he drinks?
How's work treating you then?
Not so bad, Luton. I've been busy, though. Rushed off my feet.
I feel like everybody's
Yeah,
depressed.
I can tell.
Goodbye. No, we've got questions. We've got
Any word
questions,
on the
Nobby.
murders?
Go on then, Nobby.
Nothing yet. But our
Talk
top
about it.
investigators are working on the case 24 hours a day.
Nobby?
Yeah?
Are you one of those crack investigators?
Yeah? Why?
Never mind.
You were at the bar,
Just a
bruh.
thought.
You were at the bar.
Has there been a dwarf around asking questions?
I don't know.
Crack investigator.
Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Khali?
Gonna do it.
Never heard of him.
No.
How did you know he was male then?
You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun.
Okay, okay.
Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was.
One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby.
Is it normally kept covered or what?
I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
I want to have sex with a female pronoun.
Do you know anything about some passengers that came into town by ship a few days ago?
That's not much to go on.
You're a corporal in the watch. You're supposed to have a keen, insightful mind.
They brought that regulation in after I joined.
Right, of course.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
Never heard of him.
Oh my
Have you learned anything about the Milka?
god. Yeah, exactly.
Not such, no.
What is
You
he
go to great
doing?
lengths to conceal how little work you do, don't you?
Hey,
What?
Do you know anything about a man named Mundy?
never heard of him.
Oh my god. Nobby, I swear to God. Wait, this we cannot use to talk. Alright, Nobby, I'm gonna show you the crowbar.
Tempting as it was, I decided not to start attacking people with the crowbar.
Okay, I did make the motion, so just gonna pretend like we did attack. So nothing then. Nothing. Nobby. Nothing. Alright. Great. No, but seriously, what? Nobby, you fuck. What did we learn?
You could say this about Nobby. Deep down, he was a good man. Well, deep down, he was probably a man. Good might be stretching it a bit.
Oh my god. This game is like stuck the game. What now?
Hello again.
Yakum.
Hello.
He has to know something about something. Apparently not. And there's nothing else here either. Wait. Oh, okay, so we right away go inside. Did he wake up when I came in? Kind of looked like that. The wharf. Alright, we've got the mysterious crate, we've got the crowbar. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Go.
I didn't much like
Bah.
being jammed into a crate and loaded onto the ship, but I could think of worse fates. Like being jammed into a crate full of rats and loaded onto the ship. What's your name then, little fellow? The hold was dark and dank, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone.
I'm sorry, their hold is full of water? We're seeing that, right? Like, there's just a liquid here?
The bilge water was littered with flotsam that looked like the remains of a smashed crate.
Grab it.
It was just flotsam.
Buh.
I pulled the label out of the wreckage. It had writing on it that I couldn't understand.
Buh. Oh, label. I thought I said ladle. I'll try to make it spin. It fell. I'll try again. Oh, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I made it out of clay. Sorry. Oh, wait. A lair. Ooh, mysterious. The rat's lair?
There was nothing of value in the debris.
Well, how can you be so sure?
It looked lived in. The question was, by what?
Cha. You very soon. What does this
I
say?
pulled the label out of the flotsam in the bilge water of the Milka.
Okay. Do we break open the lair as well? Like,
I didn't think there was much I could do with the debris.
I think it's normal for ships to have some water in them, but surely not like that you're gonna put like the inventory in there, right? I mean, I understand that you want to have like weight water, but you're not gonna put the inventory in. Oh, I can also go here. I didn't know that. Oh, I can barely tell. Oh, I'm behind him. Okay. Gotta be quiet, chat. Gotta be shh. Gotta be shh. The River Ankh.
The River Ankh, the mighty river which gave Ankh-Morpork its characteristic stench. Even before it entered the city, it was already slow and heavy with the silt of the snow plains. By the time it reached the seaward side, even an agnostic could walk across it.
Like I don't even need to add any commentary. It's just stupid by itself. So again, I've gained nothing by being here. I thought there was a door here. I can barely tell. It's so dark. Jump in the river.
I hadn't given much thought to how I was going to get off the Milka. If I'd known what I had to do, I would never have gone on board in the first place.
Wait, but he did it. He jumped. But they just cut it out. Alright, I guess we're back here now. Progress? That was such BS. Alright. Okay, now you better be useful once in your life. I've got the note. You're gonna figure it out, what it is.
Can you read this?
Give me a break, Luton. I don't know everything.
Oh my god.
You could say this about Nobby. Deep.
No, you cannot say anything about Nobby.
Useful.
There's nothing in that Nobby
The
head.
troll stepped out of the shadows like light was too intimidated to illuminate him. He seemed like the quiet sort,
What the
but you
fuck?
got the feeling that if you stepped out of line, you'd get your teeth kicked down your throat. For that matter, he could kick your throat down your chest and your chest through your legs. But I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, because none of my clothes would fit.
Find Therma.
Sorry, friend, I don't understand.
Find Therma.
You want me to find Therma? Is that it?
Brilliant.
Well, what is it? A person? A thing? Look, if we're going to carry out a conversation, it'd help for you to talk.
Find Therma.
Okay, find Therma. What's your name, friend? There was something about a troll that big that made you want to call him friend.
Malachite. Find Therma. You've got to find her.
I wasn't about to argue with a troll that could twist my head off and use it as a cocktail onion. Okay, friend, what can you tell me about her? Any suggestions of where I should start looking?
Used to sing at the Octarine Parrot. Find Therma. Got to find Therma.
How can I contact you?
Find Therma.
That was all he said. I guess he wasn't very bright. But then there's things under damp logs that are brighter than most trolls.
Hello. The saxophones. We done did something. I don't know. I didn't make progress. The game made progress for me. Let's go to the parrot, shall we? The Octarine parrot.
I'd heard of the Octarine parrot. It made other dives sound appealing. What a place. I could feel the rats in the walls. Hell, I could see the rats in the walls. In fact, some of them had come out of the walls and were sitting at the tables.
He's gonna keep doing this stuff, huh?
Can I help you?
You could sell me a drink.
What's your poison?
I'd prefer whiskey straight with a whiskey chaser.
You didn't come here to drink, did you?
Mhm.
Well, I didn't come here for the sparkling conversation. Most of the customers go squeak, squeak. This seems like a nice place.
No, it doesn't. It seems like what it is. A wretched hive of scum and villainy.
It's tough to get to the top in that field. You could have that on a sign outside. Come to the Octarine Parrot, the most wretched hive of scum and villainy this side of the Ankh.
Are you being funny?
Apparently not.
You look a little nervous.
I can't shake the feeling that sooner or later someone is going to get their arm cut off.
Like it says whalebone and then something in the back.
Have you always owned the parrot?
Whalebone
No.
Lane?
It used to be a troll bar. I took over the place after the riots.
Did you keep any of the staff?
Sure, I kept anyone who wanted to stay and wasn't too badly injured by the riots. But there's something about a group of rioting trolls that makes people reluctant to walk back into a place.
Or indeed unable? Did you keep any singers on the staff?
Only Sapphire.
It's not often I see a half-elf bartender.
Be honest, it's not often you see a half-elf.
Okay, you got me. What's the deal?
I don't like to talk about it.
I thought elves were supposed to be irrepressibly likable, so that they can get away with whatever acts of cruelty they want, like cats.
Well, I'm not an elf, alright?
That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone can see that you've got elf blood in you, but you've got none of the advantages. All you get is people's prejudice.
I don't like your manner.
I'm not selling it.
Huh.
Tell me about Sapphire.
No
Why don't
death
you
yet.
just talk to her yourself. Just don't bother her while she's working, alright?
Okay, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about.
Do you know someone named Therma? She used to sing here.
That'll be before my time. Sapphire might know. She knew all the troll singers from back before I took over the parrot.
Where's this case going? Like,
Do you know anything about the recent murders?
Only what you're about to tell me.
You're not very helpful, are you?
Just because I don't want to help you doesn't mean I'm not helpful generically. Say, I do like your hard-boiled dialogue. How long do you boil it?
About 12 minutes from when the water begins to bubble.
see, my hard-boiled eggs are only 9 minutes.
Until later, Mencken.
Okay, we don't do anything.
The stage, where performers go up in front of a drunken crowd and sell their dignity to earn enough money to barely live on. It made me think that all the discs a stage and all the people players. Unfortunately, I felt like I'd been cast as an extra in my own life story.
No, no. Just look at the bar, don't go there, my
The
god.
bar looked almost as appealing as every other bar in town to me. But the drinks didn't exactly fill you with confidence.
What's on the notice board?
I couldn't imagine who would pay attention to the notices in a seedy dive like the Parrot. But I guess they were of interest to someone.
Parrot wanted. Alright, we'll stop screwing around.
Can we talk?
Certainly look that way. Move mouth, waggle tongue. Yeah, it all working.
My name's Luton.
Sapphire.
I could already tell that Sapphire was a troll who could look after herself. I knew I'd have to watch my step around her. It was quite a long way around her, too, and not the pretty way.
Hey, that mouth is gonna
You've been
get
a singer
killed.
here long.
Long enough.
Long enough for what?
Long enough to want to be singing somewhere else.
Aw.
Tell me about yourself.
I tell you about myself in 4 words. Big ideas, small results.
Why did you become a singer?
Aren't many jobs for a troll like
Bye,
me.
Snow.
And at least this one honest.
Is honesty important to you?
As much as anything else.
I'm guessing nothing much matters to you right now, Sapphire.
You catch on quick, Luton.
What do you know about the barman?
Mankin? Not much. Know that him a bigger loser than me.
How come?
He owns this place. At least Sapphire leave if Sapphire wants to.
Why don't you leave?
Where would I go? No place on disc for a troll like me. Spend our whole lives waiting for break. Just one chance to come our way that can seize in both hands tightly. But it never come. Or if it do, we don't recognize it. So we go back to grind of job we hate. And just keep on ticking each day, one step closer to end.
Do you do children's parties?
Yeah, that was a bit depressing. But they're all very depressing.
I don't suppose you'd know a big troll called Malachite.
Sure, he troll a few words, 'cause he don't know that many.
Do you know where I could find him?
Sapphire not seen him in years, but you try Rodin's workshop. He used to hang out there.
Damn, like how many locations are there?
Have you heard of a troll singer named Therma? She used to work here.
Huh, a troll singer named Therma.
What's so funny?
Huh, nothing. Sure, Sapphire know her.
Know where I could find her?
Try Morgue. She dead. Her house on Tallow Street collapsed while back now. We trolls may be tough, but we're not indestructible. Rumors say she was practicing her moves and knocked out load-bearing beam. Brought whole place down on top of her. That's why Sapphire never practiced.
That's the only reason.
That, and I don't wanna.
Know where she's buried?
Sapphire don't know, but think they buried her under stage name Madame Lodestone.
Madame Lodestone?
Sure, on account of how attractive she was.
Learned a lot.
So Therma performed here under the name Madame Lodestone.
Who are you, the narrator? I told you that already.
Jeez Louise.
Word is there's been a lot of strange murders recently.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Why not?
There are a lot of strange people in this city.
Nobody's helpful.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
Sapphire know a lot of people, but don't know everyone, mister.
Oh, there you go.
I gave Sapphire Mundy's description in the hope that she'd seen him around.
Don't ring no bells, honey, but that don't mean much. We get lots of humans through here, and they all look the same to me.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
Ask too many questions and a girl loses interest.
I get it. I get it. You want to see my crowbar? No. Whatever.
Can you read this?
Ask too many questions.
Jeez. Maybe he can read it. Because he's an half elf. Oh my god, I want to click on him, of course. Nope, nope. Yes. Told you there'd be jank. Go on, take the long road. You got this, Luton. He does it. There we go.
Can you read this? Nope. The bartender. Fortunate.
Off we go to Rodin's workshop. It's a paper trail at this point. Like, what time of day is it? Because people are drinking, people are working. Impressive.
At first glance, Rodin looked like a typical sculptor. On closer examination, I decided he was much less.
Much less.
All I knew about the statue was that it was a work in progress.
Why does it fart?
You wouldn't happen to be Rodin, would you?
Hello?
Ah, I know that one. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Take your time.
Yes. Yes, I think I am Rodin.
Oh, this is gonna be long.
Beats me. I had a note from my mother the day they did philosophy at school.
You must conceive form in depth.
Why?
Do you know, I don't remember.
It figures.
What do you make of this?
I stared at the statue he was working on. Face to face with art, we shuffle our feet and apologize. We say, I don't know much about art, but I know what I like. Well, most people do. I can't even say I know what I like. But that's not the point. The point is that if knowing what you like is good enough for shoes and drinks and women, what's wrong with applying the same rule to art? I guess people don't like to look stupid. Personally, I think art's for guys who couldn't do basic maths.
Do you like it?
Well, I don't know much about art. Sometimes I could be such a coward.
Now, hold on, we're not done talking.
Do you know anything about the Milka?
Are we seriously gonna run through the whole thing?
That's familiar.
Go on.
Rodin wasn't good at remembering details like his name or my name or what year it was.
You know, just the details. Okay, so how can he be useful? Oh my god, we're gonna hear that part a lot, huh?
Have you heard of a troll named Madame Lodestone?
Madame Lodestone, the fount of all relief. Relief. Relief to be observed and not outlined. Relief tours determination. That's the main thing. To hope, tremble, to be drunk. It's a man's life in the Imperial Artists.
You're not making any sense.
Sorry.
Yeah, hold. Stop. Stop with the banging. Alright. Read this for me.
Read this?
I really don't think I know anything about that.
Tempting as it was,
No, but I'm gonna smash a little thing. Oh wait, did we even ever talk to him?
Hello again.
Like, properly talk? Yes. Hello?
Here we go again. So you're a sculptor then?
Yes. Yes, I'm reasonably sure I am. Something like that, anyway.
Why do I get the feeling that you aren't going to be much good at small talk?
Alright, what's the one thing here that could be useful?
Do you know anyone named Therma?
Yeah. Where do I know that name from?
It wasn't hard to lose patience with Rodin.
No.
Every day probably took him by complete surprise.
Oh, whatever.
I
Goodbye.
guess you better get back to your work.
Yeah. There's two ways. Oh, Malachite.
Malachite was the biggest troll I'd ever seen. Actually, Malachite was the biggest living thing I'd ever seen, and possibly the dumbest, too. You're a tough troll to find, Malachite. You could say something. Okay, so I'll do the talking. So how you been keeping, Malachite?
How is Malachite related again?
Okay, I guess you don't want to talk about that.
Forgot it.
This where you're staying
Forgot
at
about
the
how
moment?
he connects to the story.
I guess you're not going to talk about that either. Heard any good jokes recently?
Oh my god.
How many trolls does it take to change a lamp wick? Want me to give you a clue?
He was the one that said find Therma?
hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think Therma might be dead. Her house collapsed. She's been gone a while. Are you going to say something?
Need to see the body.
The body?
Find Therma. Need to see body.
Okay, the body. No problem.
Sheesh. Sheesh, Louise. Okay, so where do we find the body? The morgue. Did we get that as a location? That's a strong negative. Maybe Nobby knows?
Hello again. Hello. Have you ever heard of a troll by the name of Madame Lodestone?
Madame Lodestone? Now there's a name I've not heard in quite a while.
You know her then?
Well, no, but I've heard of her. She died in some sort of construction mishap.
A mishap, Nobby.
Whatever. Anyway, if memory serves, they put her body in the Salachi mausoleum. Don't know how she ended up in such an exclusive establishment, but that's how I heard it.
That doesn't sound very likely.
You did ask.
There we go. Ask and thou shalt receive. That was like the easiest one so far. I big brained it. Cemetery, mausoleum. Damn, we were just finding locations after
The
location.
Salachi family mausoleum was one of the most beautiful buildings I'd ever seen, nestled in an upmarket part of the city of Ankh. It was unguarded because, quite frankly, no one in their right mind would do anything to offend the Salachi family, given their ties to the Assassin's Guild. It wasn't just something that wasn't done, it was also something that wasn't survived.
What does it say? Tombs.
The Salachi family mausoleum was full of tombs. More chambers, annexes, vaults, sepulchres, and catacombs than a thesaurus.
Wait, how would he know about this thesaurus?
I tried to find Therma's grave, but it was a waste of time.
You gotta look for Madame Lodestone,
You
of course.
need to be an expert in heraldry or genealogy to even begin to navigate around it.
What? Just
I'll
look
say
for a
this
fresh
for
grave.
nobility, they keep their dead well indexed.
Okay, so we're really bad at investigating. What did we discover? What? What did you scribble down? I suck at
I
finding?
wanted to find where Therma was buried in the Salachi family mausoleum, but I needed someone who knew their way around a place like that. I knew the streets, but high society family trees were like women, complex and incomprehensible.
Maybe your vampire friend knows a thing or two. Maybe her collapsed house is a place we can visit. Should we try going aboard again? Or was it like a one-time thing?
The crates on the wharf were...
Let's find out. It's easy to misclick because the system's kind of laggy. Sure enough.
Whatever I had sensed in the hold, it was gone now.
How strange. Don't know what that means. What? I don't even know what happened. I just saw an arrow that pointed up.
I searched a bunk and found a small scrap of cardboard. It could have been anything. There was a number on the back. Either a 6 or a 9. It was hard to say.
Eh? How is that a clue? That doesn't help me right now anyway.
I searched one of the bunks, but found nothing useful, and nothing I wanted to think too closely about.
Oh my god. So that's it. That's it. Just a little...
I managed to remain hidden on the ship, but I knew my luck couldn't last forever, because I'd stopped being lucky around age 12. The first mate looked less than happy, but I don't think he saw who I was as I dived in elegantly onto the Ankh. Fortunately, the crust of the Ankh was soft that night, and I escaped both injury and discovery, although I needed 2 baths just to feel dirty.
Did he say crust?